You already know your blood type. But I want to bet you something. I want to bet that what you think it means and what the research actually says it means are two completely different things. Most people assume blood type O is the safest, the universal donor, the one you want. A large study of over 28,000 patients, people just turned that assumption upside down because it wasn't type O that increased with age in that data. It was type A, and one of the blood types most people never worry about. It was quietly disappearing from the older population, in both men and women. Your blood type has been part of your health story since the day you were born. The question is whether you know which chapter you're actually in. Researchers at a major Italian hospital spent 4 years analyzing blood type data across more than 28,000 patients, from newborns to people over 100. What they found challenges assumptions most people have never been asked to question. My name is Dr. Emma Johnson, and this channel is dedicated to one thing: helping you understand what the research actually says in plain language. What I'm about to share comes from years of reviewing peer-reviewed studies on blood group biology and longevity. Today, I'm walking you through what this study revealed about all 4 blood types and the practical steps that follow. Stay with me through all 4, because what the data shows about blood type B has stopped people in their tracks. And the finding for type A is the opposite of what most people assume. Before we get into each type, one concept you need: the clotting baseline. Every blood type produces different levels of a protein called von Willebrand factor, VWF. Think of it as your blood stickiness dial. Too much of it over decades raises your risk of clots, heart attacks, and strokes. People with blood type O have VWF levels roughly 25% lower than every other type. That single difference plays out across an entire lifetime. Keep that in mind as we go through each one. Drop your blood type in the comments right now. A, B, or O. I read every single one. Let's begin with blood type 1. Type O. Margaret is 74, a retired librarian and regular blood donor. Type O, the universal donor, and proud of it. What she didn't know was what that blood type had quietly been doing for her heart. In the Mantua study, type O showed no significant decline with age, and among the oldest patients, those over 99, 70% had blood type O. The reason ties back to the clotting baseline. Lower VWF means a lower lifelong cardiovascular burden. What to do? Type O is an advantage, not a free pass. Lower clotting also means you may bleed more easily. Tell your surgical team your blood type before any procedure. Protect the edge you have: fatty fish, leafy greens, olive oil. Let's move to blood. Type 2. Type A. Patricia is 67, a former nurse who reads every food label and never misses a checkup. She assumed her blood type was just an emergency detail. She had no idea it was showing up in longevity data. Here's the finding that surprises people most. Type A was the only group that showed a statistically significant increase in frequency with age, particularly in women. As the population got older, type A individuals were more represented, not less. The data suggests type A carries biological traits compatible with longer survival. That said, other research links type A to slightly higher LDL cholesterol and elevated gastric cancer risk, so it's not without trade-offs. What to do? The longevity trend is reassuring, but stay on top of cholesterol with a regular lipid panel. A fiber-rich, plant-forward diet helps. And ask your doctor about H. pylori screening, a simple breath test, especially relevant for type A. Now we get to blood type 3, type B. James is 71, a retired engineer in good shape. He'd always heard type B was rare, but never gave it much thought. He hadn't heard what this study found. Type B showed a statistically significant decline with age in both men and women. Fewer and fewer people carried type B blood as the cohort got older. This aligns with earlier research showing type B patients had overall decreased survival compared to other groups. Higher VWF levels, the elevated clotting baseline, are the likely driver. An association between type B and Parkinson's disease has also been noted in the literature. What to do? This is a reason to be proactive, not panicked. Regular blood pressure checks, cholesterol panels, and consistent exercise directly counteract the elevated clotting risk. If you have a family history of heart disease, ask your doctor specifically about your VWF levels. This is the one I mentioned at the start. The finding most people have never heard until it's too late. Blood type 4. Type A, B. Caroline is 63, a retired teacher who asks good questions at every appointment. Type AB, the rarest blood type. What she didn't know is that the AB longevity finding comes with a critical nuance almost nobody mentions. Type AB showed a declining trend with age. But here's the detail. That decline was statistically significant only in women. In men, the trend was not significant. Gender conditions how this plays out. Type AB also carries the highest VWF levels of all types, inheriting clotting characteristics from both A and B. What to do? If you're type AB, especially a woman, cardiovascular screening is a priority. Ask for a full cardiovascular risk assessment, not just a standard cholesterol check. Manage blood pressure, stay active, reduce processed foods. Still with me? Type 2 in the comments. It tells me you're getting value and helps this reach more people. Here's what to bring to your next appointment. Write these down. 1. Do you know your blood type? If not, ask at your next blood draw. It's a simple add-on. 2. Have you discussed it with your doctor in the context of cardiovascular risk, not just transfusion? Most people never have. 3. Is your lifestyle working for your blood type's weak points? O. Anti-inflammatory diet. A. Cholesterol and gut health. B. Cardiovascular screening and exercise. AB. Full cardiovascular assessment, especially women. 4. If you're non-O, have your VWF or clotting factors ever been checked? That's the mechanism. It's worth asking. Any good doctor will welcome these. If they don't, that tells you something important too. Margaret said something to me after she learned all of this. I always thought my blood type only mattered when I was donating. I had no idea it had been part of my health story the whole time. That's what this is really about. Not a verdict, a clearer picture, better questions. Your biology is not your enemy. It's information. Work with it. Start with one question at your next appointment. That's enough. I'm Dr. Emma Johnson. Thank you for your time today. Stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.